As George is stepping forward, right, I'm going to try to push him back as he steps. So you walk through me. You want to walk to the end of the room. You just want to walk through.
Okay.
Yeah. Just relax your joints and walk straight through. Yeah. And then do it again. So if you can't walk me, start again. And as if I'm not here, I just walk straight through. And we all do this, right? Now, if I didn't know this and you set it up, you'll probably catch me out as well, right? So it's about how much mindfulness we can keep in what we're actually doing. Yeah, if that gets strengthened to a level where the external stuff doesn't make you react and change what you're doing. If you're reacting and changing what you're doing according to, that's why people throw fakes in a fight. That's why they go like that. You know, in a good championship MMA fight, usually the first round they're just testing each other out because they want to see how the other person reacts. Whereas if they were out of range and they're going like that and you're just standing like this and just waiting for the time, you're not reacting, you're just there, right? So then they come in and you just step and hit. So it's about putting ourselves in that non-reactive state. How do we do that? By, you said it, by doing something else, but by activating this state. Yeah. So ultimately, he's walking there, and whether I'm there or not, you're just walking there. You're just moving your mass like that. So whether I'm there or not doesn't matter. That's why sometimes they say Andrea's not here, but he was saying it. He was walking and thinking on the way to Wing Chun, and someone was on the phone, and he was just like zoned out, just walking like that. They bumped into him, and then nearly fell over. And he said he was walking normally. He was just going like this, but thinking about his center and walking. Whereas imagine if he was on his phone as well, going like this, and it'll be like, oh, sorry, you know, it wouldn't be mass moving. It wouldn't be that state is not on. You're not. And there's different levels of mindfulness. There's different levels of awareness. So, for example, for that walking part, the person, and we all do it, right? We're answering email on the phone, whatever it is. So if we're here, you don't know, that's why you do bump into stuff. Then there's, maybe you're aware of your surroundings. So you're walking, so a bit more mindful. You're walking and you're aware of the people. Maybe you're looking for someone in the crowd, so you're more mindful of what's going on there, but you're not mindful of your body, right? Then you can, like people that meditate, they're aware of what their mind is doing. They're aware of their breath as they're walking. That's still quite good. But can people that meditate, could they be able to move you? No, they're just very relaxed and they're in their mind, but the mind and body connection hasn't been made. So the Wing Chun state does both. You're aware of your thoughts and you control your thoughts to be able to direct your body to do something. Do you know what I mean? So then you are in that state. It gives you the benefit of not being stressed out and being mindful, but at the same time, you're able to use your body every day for everything, right? You use it for walking, for everything. Imagine you can do that in a mindful way. For example, now, so this is something that's been pissing Chris off for a couple of weeks. If you all go like this, right? Hold your arms out like that as you're listening, all of you. Go like that. Yeah, everyone, try. Go like this. Okay, how many of you can relax the bicep while you hold your arm like that? So in a Tansao, no cheating like this, Lawrence. In a Tansao, how many of you can turn that muscle off? Hands up. Anyone?
All the way.
Where the muscle just goes. Can you? No one? No one can do it. Why? I mean, when you're thinking about it, it's your muscle, right? It's your brain. Why can't you tap into that? No? So that is that mindful state. That's that Nim Tao state. When Sigmund will say, relax your back, people standing there thinking, where's my back? You know, or imagining their back. Just like that, right? When I say tap into that, you can see it, you can imagine what the bicep, but you can't give it a message, right? Once you can, so if you, for example, if you hold this, if you hold the bicep, so like that, right?
Yeah.
If it's like this, that's the bicep is on, right?
Yeah.
So what if I go like that?
Yeah.
So is it on?
No.
Yeah, so it completely turns off. I can even do this. There's no muscle there. And for that reason now, if I can, as you're pushing down, for that reason, this joint is going to be very, very powerful. Yeah. Who doesn't believe it? Who wants to come out? The muscle can turn off. So if you can do, imagine you got back pain. So I'll work up in a bad way yesterday. I had neck pain. That's all I was doing to this area. You can go in there. If you have back pain, neck pain, all that, you can go in there with your mind and turn that muscle off and the pain goes away. Rather than having to go get a massage and get someone to acupuncture and an external thing to turn it off. You can tap into your body like that. That's what the Wing Chun state can reach to. Then of course fighting, using speed, all that. Of course playing tennis or swimming, whatever. Of course you can use your body in a better way and it can help everything. Does that make sense? Yeah? I'm not trying to pull myself up here. I'm really not that good, but I'm not trying to pull myself here and say no one can do it. It's just I want you guys to be aware of when we say relax, it doesn't mean to stand there and go, Yeah, I think I'm relaxed. It's actually relaxed. You let the muscles relax down, you feel, and you can start to rotate the joints. That's the level we're talking about in terms of mindful relaxation. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Can I feel your biceps relax?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know.
So if it's like this, like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So here, it's off.
So it's the same as when it's down here.
It's
Like if you're just
yeah, it's the
like
same
that.
as when it's actually,
But
in
when
my
you're like
opinion,
this.
it's more relaxed than that. So if I'm just mindlessly holding my arm here, I
Right.
feel like the texture that I can't use that joint now. It's not.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's not this kind of relaxation. It's going in there, feeling it, and opening it. Right. Whereas this is just hanging. The reason this feels relaxed is because you don't have to hold it up. It doesn't have to be used to hold the forearm up, right? But as soon as we go like this and it's tense, then we're like, no, it's impossible. People think it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I did this in front of Barry. And that's it. So he's a chiropractor, people that don't know Barry, and he goes, no, do it again. It's not possible. And then he brought his chiropractor mate up like 2 weeks later, and he's like, I'm telling you, he can do it. And the guy's like, and then they're like, what? Because in their concept, it's not possible. They're like, okay, how are you holding your arm up then if you can relax your bicep? You're holding it up with your mind. Yeah, it's really like that. But that's why Siegel, at 80 years old, you get two people in their prime pushing him up and just going like, he would like anything, he would do like that, and you can't stop him. How? If it had anything muscular in terms of localized muscular strength to do with that, then you wouldn't be able to, that would put us so much above the ratio of strength to be able to stop an 80-year-old man, two of us, whereas we couldn't. So he's not using muscle. It's not, when we say relax your shoulders, we don't mean relax, push down from here to relax that. It means go in there and relax. That's the level. That's why you have to train a lot. That's why if you don't have time to train, you have to be thinking about it all day, every day. Because you could come in you could do an hour of relaxation, and then for the rest of the day, you instead of giving that kind of, because what it's doing is burning pathways between the mind and the body to a point where the muscles can start listening to your thoughts, to your intent, right? Instead of that, another way is muscle memory. So if we go do weights, which I love doing weights, and it's good for you, it's healthy for you. But if you go, for example, you've had a long day, you're doing 10 hours of whatever behind a comp, you've had a stressful day, right? And then from there you're like, okay, I need to balance it out with fitness. So you go with that state and with that closed up posture, you go do weights. What you're doing is actually making yourself more closed if you're mindlessly just exercising. Because what you're doing is you're giving muscle memory, which people think muscle memory is good. In my opinion, it's not good, because that's the reason why this is muscle memory. People that hunchback, that's because of muscle memory, which solidifies and holds a structure, right? What we want to do is we want to get, not muscle memory, we want to get that mindful control of the muscles. We don't want the muscles to be, we don't want to be not in control of the muscles. Yeah? So then the same person that can do that, they go to the gym and they do weights, but they're doing it in a different way. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah, and the same reason, in the same way, people also meditate. Meditation is great. We do meditation here. I've been meditating for many years. But you're sitting down. You're opening up your body somewhat. Yeah, if you're in a straight upright position with the lotus position, you are opening your spine. But then how can you use that in terms of your body better in everyday life? You can't. Your mind is more relaxed, therefore your body is sitting more relaxed. So this kind of relaxation. But can they do what he could do? No. Bring the enlightened person, they won't be able to do this. You need to tap into your body with that same mindfulness. So Wing Chun can give both, yeah, the body and mind. Does that make sense? Any questions, comments, anything? No? But how can you do it? Practice more. Practice more. There is no other way. There is no other way. You need to practice more. That's it. Practice more. I mean, practice up to what you can. If you've got 4 kids, a job that requires you to wake up 5 in the morning, he's still here 3-4 nights a week. 4 kids, 5 in the morning. Who else is busier than that? Hands up. No one. But he's still here. You can still find time. If you can't, sleep 1 hour less. This is something. I mean, this is something that. What else is there to do in life? To be able to control your mind and body. And what else you want? You want a bigger house, better car? Like, people get that, but then they're still like, I can't control my mind. I'm stressed. I'm going to kill myself. I'm an actor but I'm going to kill myself because they don't have control here. This is really what's ours. Not, you know what I mean? I'm going off track a little bit, but it's about what else would you do if you make time for that rather than other stuff. And this is really a system that can give that to us. We're really blessed to be able to tap into something or have access to something like this. So practice more. Training. Very good answer. I like that answer. Training on what? What should you focus on in your training? I mean, what's...
Feeling of the body.
Good. Yeah, feeling the body, feeling the mass of the, so mindfulness, being here, right? Being here. So again, going into, if you had a stressful day and some days you just want to hit something, if you do have a stressful day, just want to lay into something. And some people do come in and say, I just want to hit something. Like that's, you might be able to release some stuff, or if you go for a run, it's still great. Again, exercise is the best thing, and do it as much as it's good for your body, good for your heart. Go for a run, the body, the chemicals get released, endorphins and all that kind of stuff. But then you go back to work, or whatever's making you stress, that's still there. So in my opinion, doing stuff like it's great, exercise is great, all that stuff is great, but it's just a band-aid fix or hitting something mindlessly. It's just a band-aid fix. And what you got to do is to get rid of the stress, to get rid of the pain, to become a better fighter, whatever it is you want out of Wing Chun, because it can be used for anything. It's all about finding that state. It's all about first becoming present, becoming mindful, and then from there you can do whatever you can use it for whatever you want. Yeah. Any questions with anything we did? No? All good?
I was going to say that the challenge is to keep that when you're doing Shiso sparring. So even after getting hit, without having to resort to something else to try and prevent getting hit, try to affect your opponent, keep that the whole time.
Yes, yeah. It's very difficult, and that's why the Wing Chun system is quite brilliant, because you're starting off developing this state in a nice, quiet, wherever, in a good atmosphere, and you're just doing the form. No force, no one pushing you, nothing, right? You're just developing it. You're just cultivating mindfulness along these lines. Then you start moving that. Then you start chi sao. Someone starts to push in on. It's like if you go to a top of the mountain, or you go to a nice retreat and you meditate. You're like, oh wow, I felt my soul. And then someone comes in and slaps you in the face, or someone goes like that in the MTR. You know, what the, you're like, oh no, the soul. So that stuff doesn't work unless you're going to put it into practice. This is my thing. So Silum Tao is very good. You stand, you feel all that, but you got to put it into practice. You got to think. As I'm in that Silum Tao, I feel very relaxed, feel my mouth, then how do I, when I'm hitting something, how does that change? So, okay, I'm in that state, I go like that, oh, everything came off. Okay, how do I maintain it? It's not about how hard can I hit, or the dummy is a perfect example. People, we were talking about this the other day, or with Chris as well, people just think about how much sound they can get out of the dummy, or how hard they can hit it, so like that, kicking like that, and it looks very good, you video it and it looks very good, you feel cool, yeah, I'm doing Kung Fu, but the dummy is not about that. The dummy is about, okay, this Silum Tao state, you get like, today we did this thing where you're walking and I pretended to push on you, and we saw everyone does this, right? Or you hit a target and the person pretends to push into you, we chase the target. That's what the dummy is for. The dummy is like, it's there, and as you're doing a bongsa, as you're touching it, inanimate object, as you're doing that, how does that shake my state inside? How can I navigate around it? How can I find my fulcrum point? So actually the dummy is just a tool. You can do it very lightly, but people see it as bah, 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 like that. They see martial arts as like, that's why this, as a martial art, it's brilliant. It's so much more than a martial art. It's just basically finding out where your body is, how you can use it, calming your mind and tapping into the body, and then using the body in the most efficient way in anything you do. In anything you do. And you need your body for everything, even sleeping. You can sleep better. Last night my neck was hurting, my neck was in a mess. So as I was sleeping, I was just there, basically doing Silum Tao, lying down and just trying to relax that area. And we got a tool, so, because I was just telling these guys, I slept and my neck was stuffed. Actually now it feels much better after moving around. But I was like, oh, I'm doing a seminar, what if I can't? I couldn't look, I was turning around like this, right? So, but I had a tool. Rather than going and getting someone, putting my trust into someone else to massage it or crack my neck, I had a tool to try to mindfulness, to try to actually release it, like what we said with the bicep. Yeah? So actually Wing Chun is about that. This kind of Wing Chun, Seagul's Wing Chun is about that. It's about mindfulness. It's about tapping into that, and then you can use your body however you want for whatever reason in the most efficient way.